What's up, everybody? It is the best spot, Kid Smooth, and today I really want to talk about Microsoft's E3 press conference and the rumor, or I guess the confirmation, that it will be running 2 hours long. Now I've kind of done some predictions. I told you guys my expectations, but now with this news coming, it kind of has me thinking a little bit. When you think about last year's E3, up until now, Microsoft's longest running E3 was last year's E3, and it came in at 1 hour and 43 minutes. Now this was due to them revealing the Project Scorpio, or revealing its design, its name, and what it can do and whatnot. So you reserve time for that. And also they showed about 43 games, 20 of which have some sort of some form of exclusivity. Right? There was a lot of spinning going on. Now, a lot of those games, other than the big third-party titles such as Assassin's Creed, Metro, and all that, a lot of the games that were shown were like triple I's, or, you know, indie games, and which was somewhat of a letdown, being that this was the year of the Scorpio, the year of 4K graphics, great looking games, 6 teraflops. And so you understood why it would have been an hour 40 minutes, because of they explain the new console and leave room for the video games. But this year, there is no new console to reveal. There is no, time to set aside for the Project Scorpio. It's already here. It's in our hands. It's in our homes. It's on store shelves. We can buy it. We know what it can do. 2 hours, right? This is coming off of Microsoft lackluster 2017. This is coming into a 2018 where their first party games this year is coming off to a rough start, averaging a 69 Metacritic score, or a 68.5 Metacritic score, between State of Decay 2 and Sea of Thieves. So what can Microsoft do that would warrant a 2-hour running time? Now, we can look at this two ways. A lot of people are saying this is either make or break for Xbox E3. We've seen Microsoft waste time. 2 hours. Inside Xbox, man, when I heard that Inside Xbox was gonna be an hour and a half or 2 hours, man, I'm like, great, this is gonna be amazing. And as we know, we're 3 episodes in, it's like wasted time of bullshit. Now, I don't expect the things that we see at Inside Xbox at like an Xbox E3 conference. My expectations for Microsoft is much more higher than what they're doing for Inside Xbox. I'm almost to the point where I can completely ignore Inside Xbox, right? But at Xbox E3, it's always been an event for me. It's a day I take off. It's a day I buy Sour Patch Kids and some Dr. Pepper. I sit back, I make sure my girl and the kids, they all away, and I can just immerse myself into the event. And I always walk away somewhat excited. I always feel like I have something to look forward to after a Microsoft press conference is over. With the exception of last year, I felt indifferent. I was happy about the Xbox One X, but wasn't happy about the software that was shown, right? So just to throw that. Now this year, after last year, I kind of stopped caring about the excitement of E3, to the point I've gotten over the idea of, oh, E3 is gonna bring something new. I got to the point where this time last year, and maybe because I was going to E3, I was like drooling of the idea of E3 and how I can't wait to see what Microsoft is gonna do. But even 2016, 2015, and 2014, around this time, and even like actually going into March of those years, the excitement of E3 was just upon me. Like, I can't wait, I'm talking about it, it's an anticipation. This year, I didn't give a damn. This year, the hype is actually gone. I have no anticipation for E3. The anticipation is not there, and maybe that's a good thing, because maybe it opens up for something big to happen, but I'm not. I got my friends, my buddies at Addict, he telling me, and when we in party chats, he's telling me, I can't wait till E3, man. The hype is there. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. And I'm just like, I'm not. And I don't know if it was the disappointment over the years. I don't know what it is, but I'm over it. Completely over it. But now that I hear it's 2 hours, we know that Microsoft will not be at the Galen Center. We know they don't have a traditional setup on the show floor at the convention center, and they're actually going to be occupying the Microsoft Theater right across the street from the convention center, and everything's going to be taking place there. Looks like a beautiful theater there, big. I think it's almost bigger than the convention center, right? So they're going to be occupying that space. What can Microsoft do for 2 hours? Now, if Microsoft is gonna do 50 games, right, and they all are triple I's, like along the type of games that they showed last year, it will be a failure. I will be disappointed, and it will be a waste of 2 hours. Sometimes I want to think, because Microsoft is they're so, I guess, they seem down to earth. They seem to be in contact with the public. They seem to know what the public is saying, what social media is saying. You want to think they want to take advantage of that. And then sometimes I think they're airheads. Sometimes I think they're just so into their own thing that nothing else matters outside of what's going on in their four walls. And I feel like they're prepared to show us anything they think is cool and just like disregard anything that we want. So I heard Rand's predictions. You guys heard my predictions and my expectations, but I feel like is Microsoft really care about the core? If the stuff that's going on, whether it be with Sony, whether it be with Nintendo and whatever, with the exclusives and stuff like that, because they're hearing exclusive. Everybody's talking about exclusives. You would think that will have an impact this year. Rand says keep my expectations low. Everybody says keep your expectations low. And I'm like, if Microsoft is willing to go out like that this year, that is not good. That should not be acceptable. And I'm one to think they got 2 hours to spare. I think this is the year they put everything on the table. 2018 to 2021. Everything, nothing's hidden. Everything is put on the table. Right? Microsoft, we know a Gears of War is in development. We know a Halo 6 is in development, or some sort of Halo games in development. We know there's a Forza game in development. We know Daryl Gallagher has just been hired and he's getting his own studio. We know they put in another studio in Santa Monica. We know this. We know Rare has just released Sea of Thieves and they got something more to add to it. We know Microsoft has made a couple acquisitions, some that went unannounced. We know there's been behind the door deals and handshake deals. We know. Why save shit, right? Why not go out with a bang? Microsoft still have not really proven why you should get an Xbox One X. Remember, the games that they lined up next to the Xbox One X were not reasons you buy an Xbox One X. Sure, the third-party games that came out, yeah, sure, they run better, but they themselves have not put out a product by them that should tell you why you should buy an Xbox One X. And maybe this is the year they do it. Maybe this is the show they absolutely do that. And I ask myself, and I ask you guys, why not go out with a bang? Why not show your hands? Why not show everything? This is the year we should see. After they owe it to us. After 2017 and the anemic start of this year, I don't give a fuck about timing. I want to see a Gears of War, a Halo, a Forza, a new IP, a cyberpunk marketing right. I want to see them all at the same show. I don't give a damn what you close the show with, but I want to see them all in the same show. I don't want nothing to be held over for next year. I don't mind seeing a CGI trailer this year and then seeing gameplay next year. I don't care. You weren't afraid to do that before. Was not afraid to do that before. 2 hours. E3. How could they potentially waste 2 hours? I don't see it happening. I don't see a sense where they have this hour that they're just wasting on bullshit. Now, people are gonna be like, CFDs, they're gonna talk about the latest update, you know, Minecraft, okay, and they're gonna talk about some Xbox Live updates that, how they will further enhance the dashboard and the features and the Xbox careers. I can see that happen, but before you guys cry wolf, over the last 5 to 6 years, Microsoft has always spent maybe 10 minutes or so talking about a new dashboard update or something to affect Xbox Live, a new feature that's been every year. And there's usually positive features that are pretty cool, whether it be a dashboard overall. That's fine. So if I see that, that will not bother me because I've seen those over the years. I think last year maybe the first time they haven't done that. I mean, they had the OG Xbox backwards compatibility, but every year prior to that, they had some dashboard related or some feature related to Xbox Live showcased at E3. But I don't think that's enough. Whatever they're doing with Xbox Live is enough to warrant 2 hours. There's the rumor of the Xbox Live and Xbox Game Pass being unified through one subscription service. Cool update. Not quite drop the mic depending on the price, but still does not warrant 2 hours, right? We all can agree that Microsoft needs a drop the mic moment. They need killer IPs, or they need games to be perceived as killer IPs shown at this year's E3. They need to talk. They need to talk. So, once again, and I hate to reiterate the things that I've said in the past, but I want to see a Gears of War 5 or some sort. I want to see Halo 6. I want to see this new rumored Fable game that Playground is supposedly working on. I want to see the rebirth of Perfect Dark. I want to see Forza Horizon 4 and confirm that it's taking place in Tokyo or China, or matter of fact, it's actually a global game where you can go to multiple locations and ride through the skylines of big cities. I want to see all this. I still want to see Cyberpunk, whatever it is. I want to see Metro make a return. Sure, show off Battlefield. I still want to see Ashen and Below because those are going to be great games coming to the platform. I want to see Splinter Cell. But I don't think all the stuff that I'm mentioning is worth 2 hours. If they're going to be going for 2 hours, I'm expecting big things. I'm expecting beyond big things. I'm expecting their first party to show up like an all-star fucking team. Like, I'm not, like last year they brought the D-League and LeBron James. The Xbox One X was LeBron James and everybody else was the D-League. No, I want the Miami Heat, LeBron James, D-Wade, Chris Bosh. I want the Golden State Warriors of Microsoft to show up at this year's E3 because you got 2 hours to do that. I better not be seeing a rehash of Deep Rock Galactic and Last Night. And no, even though those are cool games, but no, you don't waste 2 hours like that. You do not waste 2 hours like that. We need big budget, heavy weights. I don't give a fuck if they're coming to PC. I don't care if they're timed exclusives. But I need something to show. I need you to show me something. 2 hours can mean anything. It could be. Last year's Microsoft's E3, hour 43 minutes, they showed more games than anybody. Any conference showed more games than Bethesda, Sony, whoever, EA, they showed more games than anyone. But none of them were big. they were all triple I's. They were all indies. They were all probably double A. Games that you would see in a indie spotlight, games you would see in a feature on Xbox Wire, games you would see in an interview at E3, or like the games that they headlined last year were disappointing. Now they might be good for their own right. Respect to the developers. Deep Rock Galactic's is amazing. PUBG still needs work. Super Lucky Cells is a running joke, unfortunately. Microsoft needs something big. And that's why I don't want to, I listened to Rand's prediction. I was like, no way Rand's prediction is freaking correct, because I would be disappointed. And no way that it can't be, because this is 2 hours. For all the rumors that we heard, some of the mumblings that we heard, I expect every first party studio Microsoft has to be at E3. I expect all first party games that their studios are working on to be shown at E3. I don't want 343 to skip E3 or have no presence at E3. I don't want the Coalition to skip E3 or have no presence at E3. I want Turn 10 there. I want Playground there. I want all of them there. I want Rare there. I want Bluepoint there. I want second party studios there showing off something exclusive to Xbox. Because at some point, Microsoft have to get out of their engagement bubble and know that, okay, yeah, Sea of Thieves is this many people logged into Xbox Live. At some point, they got to look at and say, if PlayStation is selling this many units each and every week, each and every month, and their games are selling, you gotta think by default their engagement ratio is much higher than Xbox. And so at some point, someone has to say, you know what? Games do matter. Exclusives, content does matter. Quality games matter. At some point, that has to hit them, and we shouldn't be wasting 4 years and years waiting for one quality exclusive. No, because that's not good enough. That's not good enough. You can't be waiting for one quality exclusive. No, I want multiple quality exclusives. For every shit exclusive we got, we should have 2 quality exclusives. Because I haven't seen Microsoft respond to really the feedback of Sea of Thieves. I haven't seen Microsoft respond to the feedback of State of Decay 2, and people are claiming Microsoft has a quality control problem. And it makes you wonder, why did they delay Crackdown? Why did they cancel Scalebound? Which I expect Scalebound to make a fucking return. You gotta ask yourself, if games like State of Decay 2 can launch in a way that it launched, how does Crackdown 3 get delayed a whole year? How does Scalebound even get canceled? Was it in that much rough condition than what some of the games that we got? PUBG, we're advertising a game preview. State of Decay is in some cases in the same conditions as PUBG, and it got a full release. Didn't even utilize game preview. So they got to answer for that. They have to. Who's proud of the reception that the last 2 games got? I wouldn't be. Microsoft needs grit. They need guts. They need a competitive effort at this year's E3. And I hope 2 hours is enough time for them to deliver that. At some point, we gotta stop thinking all kiddie and liberal. At some point, you gotta recognize competition is good, and competition, I wanna compete. Gotta be competitive. Gots to be competitive. And once again, I'm gonna tell you guys one more time what I expect to see at Microsoft's E3, especially if they're going 2 hours long. I expect a new Gears of War game. Gears of War games, I don't care if it comes out this year. Gears of War games development cycle is usually 2 years, and this would be right on the money. Go back 10 years, 2008, Gears of War 2, 2 years after Gears of War 1, which came out in 2006. So let's expect the Gears of War project. Halo has been absent too long. I want to see something from Halo. Fable, shouldn't have killed Fable Legends. So we want to see Fable. Forza, we know we're going to see Forza. We know Forza Horizon. We're going to see that. I want to see this rumored Perfect Dark game. Daryl Gallagher's game. Whatever he has in store. Scalebound. There's too much tricky shit that's been going on with Scalebound over the past 2 years since its first cancellation. With its delays, its resurfacing, its renewing its trademark. It reappearing suddenly on the store. Oh, it's a glitch, it's a glitch, it's still the old code. Old code, my ass. No glitch resurrects something. I seen glitches delete things. I seen glitches could remove a store page. I have never seen a glitch that can put a store page back. And the fact that have the comments only be from April 2018. So no comments from when the game was actually available to pre-order or whatever. No comments from then when it was actually first showed off. Those are all long gone. All these comments are 2018. I want to see Scalebound. I want to see what Microsoft is doing for Japanese support, since they claim that there will be a Japanese presence, even though I could give a shit about JRPGs and whatnot personally. But if you said you're doing something, you gotta show and tell. I want to see it. 2 hours is enough time to have a spectacular show. Actually, an hour is enough time to have a spectacular show. But if Microsoft telling me they need 2 hours for this year, it's gonna be bigger, it's gonna be badder, it's gonna be something different, something new, then they need to come with their all-star team, all-star lineup. 2 hours, E3 conference will be the longest. Last year's was the longest up until this point. And I did not really care for last year's. Matter of fact, I liked E3 2016, 2015, 2014, and even 2013 more than I liked the 2017. The only thing I liked about the 2017 conference was the Xbox One X reveal. 2013 had good games to show. 2014 onward to 2016 all had great games to show. So what are you guys gonna do for me in 2018? I don't care if games have to be shown all the way out to 2020, 2021. You gotta show me what your future is looking like, and maybe the conversation moving forward about Xbox can change. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button if you enjoyed what I had to say. Hit the notification button for my next video. And if you support my content, please consider subscribing to my Patreon at patreon.com/kidsmooth. As always, Xbox is the best box. And I am the best spot. And I apologize. I apologize for whatever music that you started playing. Sounds like a subscription. You guys have a wonderful day. Sorry that this video took a long time, but I needed this time to express my thoughts and my feelings on Xbox E3 this year. Hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you guys join me live for a live reaction video, because we will be doing it live here on this channel, watching the conference together. So look out for that. That'll be June 10th at 4 p.m. Eastern. All right, you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you guys for watching. As always, Xbox is the best box, and I am the best spot. Good night, or good morning if you're on the other side of the globe. We out of here. Peace.